As people start to come in, let me know who's here in the chat, and let's get started. Guys in the chat, let me know who's here. What's up, everyone? You guys see my poster back there? Right there. Those are the posters that were going out. Now, I was usually getting about 20 new watches on my video every 2 days. But now my analytics say that every 2 days I've been getting 150. So the marketing thing is working slowly. Tony's here. What's up, Tony? Oh, this is new where they changed this, I guess. That looks like breaking news. What's up, Tony? So we're starting to get people in here. Kim's here as always. Hi, Kim. Kim, are you going to come on and talk today? Let me know. Anyway, so I put the link to this live stream in the chat. And if anybody wants to come on live and talk about anything, all you got to do is click that link. Fill out what you have to fill out. It's going to take 2 seconds. And then we'll talk. I'm looking forward to talking to some of you today, to be honest with you. Tony, can you call in? Let me know. But I'm glad you guys are all here. Let me see what we got. So I'm in the process of rereading my book series. Tony, I just sent a link. Click on that link. Or put that link in your browser. I don't know if it's an actual link that you can... It's this one right here. Share that. I mean, not share that. Click on that link. And we'll have a little talk about whatever you want to talk about. Except for things that get me banned. Because I have 2 strikes right now, and I can't afford to lose the channel. So I have to take it easy till the 25th when one of my strikes falls off. But I'd be willing to talk about anything. Politics, Israel, the war, the president. Whatever you guys want to talk about. Astrotheology, questions about that. I've been getting emails now to my Into the Rabbit Hole series at gmail.com email from people. Ireland, South Africa, New York City, like all over people are seeing this stuff. But yeah, anyone, okay. Victoria's here. Hi, Victoria. Do you think we're in for a surprise before Trump gets officially sworn in January 2025? The only thing I could think is they try to crash the stock market. But the stock market crashes usually happen in Libra, so it might wait a year. I'll make a video of that at some point. Do we think we're in for a surprise? This whole thing is theater. This whole thing is just theater. And it's just information that people just love, gobble up, and then fight with each other over. They love this stuff. I don't know if we're going to see anything, but I think we're going to see some things that are going to happen. FEMA trucks in Michigan. You guys... Kim, what about them? Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. 2020 NBA champions. Lakers? Oh, you're a Lakers fan? Okay. I could deal with that. How are you, brother? What's going on? What's on your mind? I've never seen you here before. Please leave any questions or comments, or let me know how you found me. Definitely still in for big shenanigans. Always. They took the House, the Senate, and the presidency. If you don't think things are going to... And the Democrats aren't going to let it go. I'm not a political analyst. I am not. I just get my news from people that I trust on certain websites, and it hasn't failed me yet. I would advise you all to get a Twitter account and follow me, and I will give you guys people to follow, because the information there is... Remember how like Alex Jones used to pinch information months ago and be like, oh, I just, 6 months ago I was talking about the plague and everything. And it used to be Alex Jones would call things up ahead of time, but now everybody is, because they can't manufacture the news. Not CBS News, excuse me, MSNBC and CNN. MSNBC is put up for auction from Comcast. They put it up for auction because they have no viewers. CNN, the same thing. They dropped 50% of their viewer feed after the election because people are tired of watching this and being invested in this and finding out that the mainstream media doesn't know anything. So CNN and MSNBC are going to go away, and citizen journalists are going to be the new thing. I just tried, bro, just for fun, but my web security blocked it. Sorry. Well, I'm not sending you a porn link, Tony. I don't know why your web security blocked it, but okay. If anybody wants to come on, they're more than welcome to. With the trouble certain people are in who are on Little E's list and Diddy parties, the corrupt can't afford to stop. They're cooked. They're fucked is what they are. It's all coming down. They're all leaving the country. They're all leaving the country. The Obamas left the country. Wait till you hear about Obama at the Diddy party and what's on tape of Obama at the Diddy party with a young girl. These people are sick. These people are monsters. They're disgusting, and they need to be fought, and we will do that. But with Epstein and... They're just such demons, Like, ugh. Like, why would you invest in your life in possibly the most disgusting thing that you could do as a human being, which is hurt a child? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I'll tell you what, if I ever blow up, they're never going to find me on any Epstein or Diddy lists. They're not going to find, accusations against me. It's like these people, they just, ugh. I'm sorry, Brandon, that really bothered me. I can't stand those two. Darina, hi, I've never seen you before. There's a documentary made that says all about P. Diddy is fake. There's also a documentary that 50 Cent has been producing for 10 years that was sold to Netflix. 10 years. About Diddy and all the evil. There's just too much on tape. There's just too much everything that just reasonable doubt is just thrown out the window. This is garbage. That's, anybody that says that the P. Diddy thing or the Epstein thing is fake, they see what we talk about and then make a counter. What is the counterpoint to injuring children, Darina? I don't know. And I'm not coming at you. I'm not. I want to understand what this video says. I understand, brother, dark people out there. I've watched Pervywood. There needs to be a fundamental change in this country, and I'm hopeful that there will be. I'm hoping that people will start speaking up when they're being abused. I don't care who it is that's doing the abusing, but I think that people should start speaking up. I haven't watched it, my ex said. Okay. Do you have any crypto? No. I tried to get into it. I swear to God I did. I had Dogecoin. I had Shiba Inu. I was with Shiba Inu when they dropped to 0 and it went up. I don't play these games because you know what ends up happening? What ends up happening is at 3 a.m, you're on your phone looking at the markets to see if they change. And I don't want that in my life. Trump seems to fit his cabinet with war hawks like Rubio. I don't think the Rubio thing was announced. I think that was leaked as far as him thinking about it, but I think he was just putting out feelers. As far as I know, Marco Rubio hasn't been put in a position, unless that happened while I was sleeping, which if that's the case, let me know. But I don't think that's what happened. Not late. They will go down. Trump seems fit to cabinet Rubio. Yeah, we were just talking about this. So I think, personally, that Elon and Vivek heading up Doge, or the Department of Government Efficiency, is a really interesting thing. Because the last government program that I heard that came out, to me, was TSA, or Homeland Security, from 9/11. I don't think a new department's been created since then. But I'm excited to get them all out. I'm not a fan of his chief of staff pick. Who is his chief of staff pick, Brandon? His chief of staff? Who did he pick? Was it Huckabee? No. I can't remember. Zionist. All right, let's talk about this. So, you guys have to understand that the Jews need Israel to exist because that's where the Moshiach is going to come back. The Christians need Israel to exist because that's where Jesus is going to come back. And after the 7 years of tribulation, he's going to rule on earth for 1,000 years. So Israel has to exist. I mean, Armageddon is fought in the town Megiddo, which is short for Armageddon. And the Muslims are connected to the Christians and the Jews too. The Muslims and the Jews go all the way back to Isaac versus Ishmael, the sons of Abraham. And Isaac was supposedly sacrificed or he was about to be sacrificed. But the Muslims say that it was Ishmael. Now, Ishmael was the son of Abraham's housekeeper because God told him Sarah was infertile, and God told Abraham to have a child with him. That was Ishmael, the bastard son. He had Isaac with Sarah, as the story goes. Anyway, Israel has to exist because of that, and everyone's trying to make this forward. They don't understand it's all astrotheology. They don't understand any of that. That's why I keep trying to do what I do and tell what I tell and all this kind of stuff. They just don't understand. They think it has to play out, and it will play out unless someone stops it. What I meant with counterpoint is the 5-gen war. Following what we talk about as a main thing and having people make material that goes directly the opposite, so there is a fight. There is that, absolutely. I'm Jewish, but not a fan of Zionism. I was raised too. And I think that all the Abrahamics need to be destroyed. And that's my point of view. Hello, everyone. All right, guys, so we got a decent amount of people in here, so I just wanted to... If you guys want to know what's coming in the future, read my book series, because it takes you through the last 15 years of our country. And through story form, the Into the Rabbit Hole series, I'll give you guys my website. All right, I just sent you guys my website. On there is all my social media. On there is my way to email me at the bottom. On there is all my astrotheology work, my Rumble links, my YouTube links, my social media, and links to buy my books. But you can reach out to me and I'll sell you signed copies. But if you don't want to do that, you can go through Amazon. It's whatever. It's fun. I also sell flash drives. This little thing has all my work, including my 8 books, all my PowerPoints, all my work, and my 8 books. And I sell this too. How would it stop? Exposure? Right, Kim. Everything has to be. I used to follow a guy named Robert David Steele, who was an ex-CIA asset with multiple degrees. And he used to say that these are good people trapped in a bad system. And he doesn't want them killed or anything. He wants them exposed. And that's what he had a lot of great ideas before they killed him with remdesivir and the mask in the hotel. I mean, in the hospital. I don't know. He was a good guy, though. Or maybe that wasn't the case. I don't know. But he was a good guy, and I used to follow him all the time. I actually reached out to him once because I dedicated part of my book to him. But yeah, exposure. That's it. Citizen journalist. Tony's here. Hold on. You got to connect to your mic, bud. Yeah, you got to connect your mic, bud. So with the dismantling of the Federal Reserve, do you think the dollar will disappear? I think they're ushering in the cryptocurrency. I think Bitcoin is coming in big. I think. You guys want to know something about Donald Trump? What he did, why they're going after him so hard, is he understands the law as far as taxes goes. He understands all that stuff. And he filed a petition with the federal government, which my friend Carrie knows a lot about, by the way. She's the one that told me this. She found it. He filed a petition, or he filed a complaint or something, where he wanted to discharge every American's debt. And I think that's the false light that's going to come out of this. I think all the Americans' debt is going to be out, but it's going to bring us closer to a one world. We have to keep these politicians accountable. Yes, dissolve the Fed. Well, if you read my 8th book, I talk all about the Fed. It's called Into the Rabbit Hole series, Nail in the Coffin. It's my 8th book, and I talk about how it's going to be dismantled. And I wrote this years ago. My book series has predicted things. If you read the series, you'll see just how ahead of it I was. My first 6 books I wrote in 2020, in the 2010s. But I wrote, when I handed my publishing house my first book for them to edit and do a whole bunch of stuff, the one thing they did was they left it open-ended, the contract. So in reality, when I gave them my first book, I gave them my first 6 books. All my first 6 books were all written and all sent to them, and then we just worked on it. We just edited it, go back and forth, this and that. A lot of work done, guys, but there's a lot of good information there. Catherine is here. Hey, girl. Everything's good. Why do you think he changed his faith? Hi, Sonia. I don't think I've seen you here before. Who are you talking about? Are you talking about Trump? What do you mean exactly? Weird. On the radio, they just talked about crypto, and basically they discourage it in Belgium. You think a bubble, the computer bubble or the internet bubble, was a big thing? Wait till you find out the crypto bubble when it collapses. Yes, Trump. What is his faith now? I know that he has like Jewish son-in-law and Jewish grandkids, and I know that the Christians love him, but I don't know what he is. I usually just listen and don't enter the chat. Well, thank you for entering the chat, Sonia. It's very nice to meet you. What faith is Trump now? Is he an evangelical? I don't think he is. The whole Christian movement thing is insane. Because the Christians right now are destroying him. In the 8th book, I love how they got rid of the servers. Thank you, Kim. Kim. Great of you for reading the series. And I'm telling you, all the information that you want to see what's going to happen is in those books. I wrote them already, and they're out there. And you can look at the reviews on Amazon. But basically, yeah, this is... He was a Christian, now Jewish. Wait, did Trump officially convert to Judaism? Do you guys understand this? Do you understand that there is no Christianity without Judaism? It doesn't exist. It can't exist. Christians are deeply tied into the Jewish faith. So you have the Christians out there that hate the Jews, the synagogue of Satan, Revelation 2:9 and Revelation 3:9, the synagogue of Satan. You have the Christians that just believe that. You have Christians that just, this all needs to end, guys. This is just so frustrating. All this needs to end. So Tony is still here, but you need to connect your mic or your cam. You don't have to connect your cam, but Tony, if you connect your mic. He left, okay. It is all Abrahamic mythology. It goes way back before then, though. You can trace all this stuff. Histories and cultures borrow from each other. Yes, he is officially now Jewish. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Hold on. I mean, I know he's a Zionist, but I can't find anything that says that he's actually Jewish right now. All right, Tony. Well, thanks for trying. I think Trump's son Barron will be someone to watch in the future. Notice they never mentioned him during the election cycles. They never mentioned Barron during the election cycles. They never said what he was up to, who he was talking to through all social media. He had an enormous impact on this election. And if you do some digging, you could find what Barron has been up to behind the scenes. He's unbelievable. He has a 170 IQ. He's 6'9", which is insane. And he's been helping his father behind the scenes, which you guys can look up. Ben is here. I haven't seen Ben in a while. Micah, good to see you live again, brother. Sorry, slow reader, but I'm just about done with the first book, and man, is it good. I'm having my son read the series when I'm done. Great information. Hell yeah, Ben. Thank you, bud. You'll have to let me know what you think after you get through a couple of them, or just reach out to me on social. Let's talk. Let me know what you think about the book. Remember, I wrote this book in 2012, the first book. Remember that. So think about the politics at the time. Think about the world's religion. Think about everything at the time in 2012. Probably genetically modified. Who, Barron? Probably not. I don't think so. We're not there yet where we can choose eye color, height, weight, and all that shit, but we will get there. And then there will be ethical questions coming about that, because you'll be able to just go into, oh, I want this baby, I want this. Yeah, that's gonna be a big problem, because people are gonna go to God, and you're messing with creation. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. Remember that. So, but Ben, thank you for reading the book. Keep going. Reach out to me if you want the signed set. Unless you have it already, in which case, congratulations. Thank you. But a lot of Democrats are moving out of the country. DiCaprio's been in France for 6 months. He was on the Diddy tapes. Barack Obama and Michelle just left the country. He was on the Diddy tapes. I hope it all gets exposed. Just expose it all. Who said the exposure before? Let me see. Hold on. It was this. It was Kim. How would it get stopped? Exposure? That's the key. That's the citizen journalist. Paul is here. Hi, Micah. I was watching your video, The Biggest Hidden Secret in Human History. Well, yeah, I had to make a catchy title. and I'm blown away. I've been learning about ancient history, religions, cults, and your video is exactly what I needed. Thank you. You know, when you start to figure this stuff out and you start to discover this 12 years ago, and everyone's calling you insane, and you just keep going, you just keep writing books. And I wrote my first book in a hospital, by the way. I was in a hospital for 3 weeks because everybody thought I was crazy, and I wrote my book in there, my first book, and it's been a wild ride. Paul, how did you come across my information, if you don't mind? Yep, just got the signed copies from you. Thanks again, man. Yes, you know what? Now that I think about it, I do remember mailing them to you. So, Paul, Ben, thank you. Thank you. Jen is here on my lunch break, stopping in to say, yes, exposure and disclosure equals accountability. Exactly. You guys know when they talk about disclosure at UFO conferences, they're not talking about aliens, right? That's not what disclosure means. Disclosure means that they come out and tell you what technology we have now. And whatever they show you, we have like 30 years in the future from what we actually know we can do now, which is a scary thing. I came across a post on Twitter today. Thanks, Paul. Paul, find me on social media or find me on Twitter. What if we all convert to Judaism? Are we all then saved? No, it's nonsense, guys. These religions are nonsense. These are mythologies that people read and take literally. There's no salvation in it. What is your thought on CERN, the Hadron Collider? Well, Catherine, I think that when they found the God particle, the Higgs boson, July 4th, 2012, I think it was, I think it shifted us into an alternate timeline. They're crashing particles at just about the speed of light to try and see what happens. And they study that. And I think it rips space-time a little bit when they do that. A revelation, pun intended, yes. Golgothan, I haven't seen you before. Did you already cover the Kamala TikTok failed astrology-based election predictions? You know, I haven't covered that. You got to understand, guys, is I'm an astrotheologist. If I need questions on a birth chart, I go to my astrologer, Priscilla. We are cousins in the same field, but we are not the same. I can't do what she does. She can't do what I do. I have seen a lot of Twitter astrologers getting dragged because they said everything poked to Kamala. And then all of a sudden, all the Trump astrologers came out and they started fighting with that. I have seen that, yeah. But it's nonsense. It's nonsense because what a birth chart does, or what astrology tries to do, is it tries to make sense of things. What it tries to do is it shows you the path that you're on, and it tells you what's going to come in and affect it. And that knowledge is exposure. And when you have that knowledge, you can choose to either follow the road where you're going or go somewhere else. It's that option that's there. Whereas people who are ruled by their charts blindly go through life without ever getting a birth chart. They think that things just happen. I don't know. No, everything is. No, you gotta vet these people. Sonia's here. I came across you via Laura Nina's live. Oh, Laura, I love Laura. And Archaics mentioned you a few weeks back, saying you'll go and have a chat with him on his channel. I will. I'm going to be on Archaics in 13 days at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, and I'm going to go over my long presentation that Paul so thankfully and politely said before. So, okay. Oh, and FYI, everyone on the books are. What are you trying to say, Ben? You cut off. Ooh, Jen, what is Alice? I have the same cap hat. Awesome. I have too many hats, guys. Yes. Shannon is here. Hi, Shannon. Personally, I'm convinced that the God particle is love. That's why they can't define or trap it. I really would like to believe that. I really would like to see more of information of where you get that from. Oh, and FYI, everyone, I'm a horrible reader, but Micah's books are extremely easy for me to read and understand. So anyone who's not a big reader like me, these books are very palatable to digest. Thanks, Ben. Thank you, Ben. Micah, what's your opinion on Elon Musk? We all look for saviors. That's the problem. We all look at these politicians as if they're going to save the world. They're not. They're flawed individuals. They deal with problems you can't understand. And to be honest with you, most of them just kind of want to, like, you don't get a Thomas Massey out of nowhere. Do you know what I mean? You don't get a Rand Paul out of nowhere, a Ron Paul out of nowhere. But when it comes to Elon, I think what he's doing is tremendous. I think what he's doing is single-handedly defining what a person can do with their life here, and his accomplishments are insane. And for those people who are just saying, oh, he just attaches his name to things, well, what do you think Steve Jobs did with Apple? He did the same fucking thing. You think Steve Jobs ever invented anything in his life? These are figureheads. I like Elon, but I think he's a little too excited. I heard rumors that he's like annoying people at Mar-a-Lago just because he's always up Trump's ass. But they put Elon and Vivek in front for the Doge, so let's judge it on that. The Department of Government Efficiency. Let's revisit this in a couple 6 months. They are two sides of the same fiat currency. Alice is a detector experiment for the oh. Very smart kid, Jen. When I saw you type in Alice, I thought you were. My mind immediately went to Aladdin, which is Aladdin is BlackRock's AI that controls the markets. You're welcome, Paul. Paul, thank you. Reach out to me on Twitter, bud. I'd love to talk to you more about any questions that you might have. I tried to make an all-inclusive video for 2.5 hours so people could just watch it from the beginning. By the time they get to the end, a lot of people, Tony, you're still not connecting, bud. What was I just talking about? Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah, I really hope that, I mean, think about it, guys. My book is $16 on Amazon. I mean, you can't even get a beer in New York City for that. And my book series, each book is like $16 on Amazon. And you're able to understand everything. It's a compendium to my astrotheology work. Oh, Aladdin, yeah. BlackRock's, it sets market trends. It doesn't just follow them. It sets them. It's getting way too powerful. I totally agree. I also feel that every time they turn the thing on, I believe it affects the Earth and the weather, and it affects the protection shield around the Earth. Yeah, I believe so. Also, I feel they're building a Stargate. Stargates are already there. Stargates are already out there. Thomas Massey would be a great pick for the Department of Agriculture. Thomas Massey would be a great pick for anything. Yes, Rosalind. Elon and others are running a script from the cosmos, as above, so below. We got to expose this, guys. Just love your breakdown of astrotheology. You make it very easy to comprehend. Sonia, where are you from? Where are you located? You guys are wonderful today, by the way. Sonia, you're in the UK. I just sent my email address into the chat, guys. If you guys want to have private conversations, or you have any questions, or you're just shy and you don't want to be in a chat, I get it. It's not for everyone. But if you want to reach out to me, that's my email. So feel free to reach out to me and tell me what you think or anything. But yeah, like I was saying, I have 8 books so far. I have a 9th. I have a kid's book with my astrologer Priscilla. It's for 6 to 11-year-olds. It's an astrotheology book for kids. And it's all on my website, debunkmywork.com. Stargates are all the UNESCO World Heritage Sites, cathedrals, temples, and underneath massive structures like monuments, megaliths. That's the other thing we need to stop doing, guys. I don't trust anybody that has an underground layer. I don't care who you are. Now, obviously, bomb shelters are like different, right? That's one thing. But like complete cities that has 20,000 people underground, that's so strange to me. And it doesn't seem like it's, there's all this talk about these elites who are going to go to their underground bunkers or their underground layers, like under Denver airport or just in general. There's just all this stuff. And for the life of me, there was one place that has tunnels, and I can't remember the name of it. It's a very famous house or building, and there's yeah. So thank you, Mike Morris. Appreciate it. Thanks, Sonia. Sonia, find me on social media. Then any plans to release the rest of the books on audio? It's not up to me, guys. It's up to Audible, and we've been fighting with them. My first 2 are out, and we've been fighting with Audible forever. I'm going to actually reach out and see if we can get another one done. Fuck yeah, Parker. It is the Getty. Thank you. The Getty Museum. There's children tunnels under there. There's tunnels. You guys remember the story in the Brooklyn at the Chabad Lubavitch where they broke in and the Jews had all these tunnels and there were mattresses with blood and piss all over it. And they were like fighting with the police to keep it open. And then there was that video of that one guy that came out the drain. I don't trust people with tunnels. I don't trust people with underground layers. When they put the word occult into literal action, if you have to hide, you have to something to hide, period. Exactly. Well, occult, Jen, just means hidden in Latin. That's the word. That's what occult means. It means hidden information. Occult has been taken by everyone else in the world to mean evil. Kind of like the word anarchy. No one understands what the word anarchy means. They just think it's evil. There's a lot of dumb people on this planet, guys. Yeah, I see that. Horrendous. California mansions all connect underneath, plus the Chateau Amours in Bavaria is the hub. I didn't know that. I knew the mansions connected. Don't trust anyone that has tunnels. Don't. No one. Nothing good comes out of that. It's like every time I go into like the news or anything and I read a story and it says sports player, 3 a.m. I don't need to read anything else. I already know what happened. I don't need to read anything else. It's the same thing with this. Let me see here. Exactly. Tunnels all over the world. Early history or hideout. See about hiding from what? From the crap that they're doing on Earth. Let me find this Rockefeller quote. Hold on. Let me find this Rockefeller quote if I can. Wow, the one page I went to for John Rockefeller, it just kicked me out. All I see, guys, if I can't find this Rockefeller quote, but he said, "We'll poison them with their food, their water, with everything. They won't see it coming." If you guys want to know how much the media lies to you, go to Wikipedia. Oh, hold on a sec. That's my publicist. I actually have to call her in a few. Well, I got a lot of stuff here. Hold on. But like, go to Wikipedia and look up George Soros, and it's like whoever wrote it couldn't have been sucking his dick harder. It's just insane. Mark Christopher, the federal postal judge that's now in prison, told us about the Getty Museum. He also told us about the children. He also sold that to the World Bank. Yeah, Karen Hughes has been talking about that for a while. Karen Hughes, who's dead now. I've been following her for quite a while. I want to see the names of the celebs that own the mansions on fire. That'd be nice. I hope folks are aware of Lockstep. Talk about it a little bit, Sonia. Miguel's here. There's been morning when heard loud explosions. Check the news and know where to then. I don't know. People hate the news, but then they still bitch when it's not on the news. So I don't really understand. The news is garbage. The news is garbage. The mainstream news is trash. And the fact that that MSNBC is being sold, and the fact that CNN's viewership dropped by 50%, and they're dumping people there left and right, just shows you that. Catastrophism in ancient history. Maybe that is why we have ancient tunnel systems. I just don't trust tunnels. They bus girls in from all over the world. They do. It's sick. You know what they do? They convince these people in like Russia or Chechnya or like Poland or anything that they're going to get them a job as a nanny or a maid, and they'll be able to take care of things. And then when the women go there, they end up getting trafficked. You know, the movie Taken was very popular, but it's also very accurate. The Rockefeller and Rothschild mansions, hidden corridors, disappearing rooms, lots of dirty shit. Exactly. You don't even want to know about Getty Images. No, I don't. I will send you Lockstep via your email. Thank you, Sonia. Sonia, let me know if you're interested in the book series too. If you're not, that's fine, but just if you are, I can mail it to you. Mainstream everything is compromised. Take with a grain of salt. But there's that whole thing where, yeah, I agree. News projecting spellcasting. Well, yes, the news. Northeast, south, no, southeast, west. Yes. Well, northeast, west, south is the news. And newspaper, north, east, west, south, past and present event. I don't remember what the R is. Reminder, recollection, something of that nature. I'm sure you guys could find it. Catherine, by the way, I'm coming to you from South Dakota. Oh, Lord, I bet you got nobody there that you could talk to about my stuff. I can't believe Trump picked our Senator Kristi Noem. She'll be great, I think. I'm going to hold all judgment until I see what happens. I tried to link and they expected me to be a member of a subscription. That doesn't happen with anyone else, Tony. I don't know. Are you on your phone? They promise freedom, opportunity, and prosperity just like the USG does to its citizens. Lies. Yeah. Listen, people don't truly want freedom. People don't. The majority of the people in the world don't want freedom. They just want to live their lives and have a semi-believable story to them about why they're here. That's all that the majority of the population gives a shit about. Most people aren't taught how to think critically. Yes, I'd be very interested in your book series. Thank you. Sonia, email me. We'll talk. Genetics here. True. Elites leaving USA revoke security clearance for anyone that leaves DC immediately. I don't even think that dual citizenship is something that should happen. Agreed about the news, but I just checked the neighborhood app too. Okay. 100%. Jen always agrees with me. Not always, but yeah. What do they do with the boys? I see very. Oh, I will show you. I will show you what they do. Let me just pull up the link. $101 million views. This was 9 years ago. Okay. What I just sent you guys in the chat is a link to Avicii, who was killed. This was his last music video that he made, if you want to find out what happens to the children. Watch this video that Avicii made, and then his mysterious death a couple months later. But guys, I got to go right now because I got to go call my publicist. We're doing some work. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Pretty much 99.9% of the time. Thanks, Jen. Anyway, guys, I will talk to you soon.